going on, y'all? We're back with some more InTenSday. A couple days late to this one, but it's all good. We doing double feature anyway. Apparently my nigga has last day at fucking Kava. Like 2 days, right? 2 days ago? When was this? About 2 days ago. So let's see how that is. I'm so sorry. I did not even see that fucking freeze frame, bro. My bad. Let's go.
I shift at Kava. I'm even still wearing my uniform. How that's how recent.
You know, I still don't know what the fuck Kava is. Because I was thinking, like, didn't you leave your job like 2 videos ago? Like 4 videos ago at this point? Or is that a different job? I don't know. Maybe you had 2 jobs. That's probably, he probably had 2 jobs. I'm stupid.
This is. And I don't know what's next. I didn't really think that far ahead. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is the start of my money. My mad money. Rich boy Caleb. Who knows what's next? Who knows what this is the start of? And we'll see. It was bittersweet. I asked my manager if I could leave early. He just told me to get out. That's it. Just get out. That's how my story ends at Kava.
Oh, that's terrible. That's legitimately terrible. Because I haven't had a boss at any job that didn't like me or that was particularly rude. Well, that's not true. But like in general, at the end of my time being there, like, pretty much everyone loved me, right? Even like the one I like had the most friction with, we still had like a good goodbye. That's crazy how someone could just say like get out. That's wild.
This might be the last job I work like this. I might only work salaried work. This might be the start of me being an entrepreneur.
It should.
This might be the start of that.
Sure it will.
Who probably not. Still in debt. Some things, some things
feel
will
that.
change. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so confused quitting. I had to quit though. It's not like I had a choice. Not only am I gonna intern in Austin, but also I want to travel. I want to rest. I need to reset. And I just couldn't see myself taking a break and then coming back. And by taking a break, this forces me to do something else. And
That's good.
this was always a temporary thing. This wasn't the end all be all. This wasn't supposed to be my career. I knew I was breaking
Thank
down.
God.
I knew I was kind of confused.
I kind of felt the same way about when I worked at Chipotle. I worked at Chipotle twice. And both times I thought to myself, I do not want to fucking be stuck here. This is not where I need to be for the rest of my life. I swear to God.
Used on what I was supposed to do. And this job, it's taught me a lot of things. It's taught me that people don't know how to read. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true. I'm one of them. Motherfucker, I'm dyslexic.
Tens of millions of Americans that are borderline illiterate or just cannot accept basic instructions. People
I feel a little offended. Goddamn.
ask questions when the answer is right in front of them. People would demand that I change things.
True. I'm sorry. I keep fucking pausing, but motherfuckers, that's true as shit. I worked at one of these places, bro. I worked in a private kitchen for an investment firm, right? I working at the cold-sized sandwich station. I can't tell you how many of these motherfuckers would say, oh, let me get that mozzarella. No, it's provolone. What the fuck? How do you not know the difference between mozzarella and provolone? What are you talking? Aren't you some accountant and shit? How do you not know that?
And you could say, oh, that's retail, that's this. It goes deeper than that. And this isn't about down with the Republic. Oh my gosh. No, that's not what this video is about. It's not about, but if people, when you watch these headlines about Americans, this country is filled with a lot of dumb people. Like, I'm a part of the.
That's true. And that's also true. But you say dumb Americans. And you're African. Did you move here from like Africa like when you were younger or like recently? Or you're like Canadian or like Jamaican just kind of moved up like recently? Because that's interesting. Because you're using Americans like othering, right? Like you're not a part of America, which is interesting. That's why I suggest that you recently moved here. You speak really good English though, so I don't know. I'm confused.
Problem. Don't get me wrong. I am a part of the problem, so I'm not here to save them.
Oh
My
wait, did you get your
last
new
day
glasses? Oh shit, they're those shiny and shit. Oh my god.
was just a normal day. It was, because it's actually Good Friday today, even though this video will probably be released on Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And Kava just showed me that it's just, you live, you work, you die. There's nothing romantic about that.
Yeah, some people.
My
Yeah.
dad was upset with me because I said, some people's retirement plan is death. And he didn't
Yeah.
like that. That made him uncomfortable. But there's not enough money for Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and even millennials. They don't make enough money that realistically large chunks of them are just going to die at work. And Kava kind of just showed that to me. People are just paying their bills. That's what they do.
I can't disagree with that. A lot of Gen Z, one, is unmotivated if it's not fucking like on TikTok fame, or they are really set up for a bad transition into the real world, whether outside of high school or outside of college. Either way, they walking into some shit, bro. I swear to God.
They pay their rent, smoke weed, and on to the next day.
Listen, man, I know you hear this fucking later, bro. I know you hear that.
They're not thinking about 10, 5, 10, 15 years. They're not thinking about buying assets. They're not thinking, and some of these people have kids, and they're not even thinking about the next logical step of what to do for their family. They're just in survival mode. Mm-hmm. And if it takes one medical emergency...
Not even survival mode. They're just fucking going, bro. It's fucking crazy. And I don't want to say everyone. There are some... Every generation has gems, and every generation has their fuck-ups. But I feel like there's a lot more younger people these days. God, I sound so old. I'm only 31. A lot more young people these days that just don't give a fuck at all. Like, I know this dude I had an orientation with at the job I have now. Dishwasher, young guy. He's obviously here for just for the money, bro. And that's totally fine. Pick up! And that's totally fine, right? But like just watching him like just like move when shit is slow, dog. He looks like he wants to just fucking blow his dome off, bro. And I couldn't blame. When this shit is slow, it's slow. What's going on, Pickle? How you doing, broski? Were you here when we watched him like the first or second time? Because he's evolving in real time, and I like to watch it.
Your children opportunities educationally, musically, sports-wise, athletically. You just can't. You're just stuck. And that's kind of what Kava is it's kind of just a waiting place. The people who have hope
Kava's a waiting
are the people
place.
that are in school. The people that know that they have an exit strategy and have a job lined up. Those are the people that are going to exit and then up into the right.
Absolutely. How are you? And what's your opinion on night one? I think was for a little bit, yeah. Night one was better than night two because, well, there was a lot of things. I didn't watch the whole thing. I jumped around like you said. I like that Jey Uso won the title. He definitely deserves it. I like seeing Charlotte Flair back. But you were there when I was talking about that in the Discord. Dog, fucking, she had a knee brace on. That's what I mean when I said that some of the girls move slower. Like when you watch, like if you watch wrestling for a long time and you're broken like I am, like it looks like half speed. I see every single movement these girls do. But back in the day, Charlotte was one of them ones she was different. She was 100% different, right? And I was watching her the other night, and I was like, okay, she's moving slow, just like a lot of people from her era. Like she's moving a little slower, right? She's whatever, right? I'm like, oh, she has a knee brace. That's why she fucking paired her with this fucking girl here. Like I don't know how she became champion. I really fucking don't. But if Charlotte didn't have that knee brace, she would have been fucking going, bro. I swear to God, she would have. And like that kind of the main event actually highlights why I stand out, because the main event was way better than the fucking John Cena fucking Cody Rhodes shit. Because the drama in that fucking shit and Paul Heyman's character work, oh my God. It's so good. I need to react to, like, just that match and just like talk about it because that is such a good fucking match. Like the best spot of the entire WrestleMania was the girls wrestling or something. Like some of them were good, but like Rhea Ripley again. Rhea Ripley is a Charlotte of this era. Like no, like she's is Charlotte and Becky like all together. It's crazy. But the best spot of the entire fucking WrestleMania, and I was trying to clip it, but Peacock didn't let me fucking screen record it, and that pissed me off. But like the submission sequence when Roman came in and took Seth off of CM Punk and put him in his own submission, and then Seth like reversing that into a near pin, and then Roman reversing that again while keeping hold of the fucking submission. That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And no one looked weak in that situation at all. And then CM Punk comes in with the stomp to break the whole thing up. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Have you seen Monday Night Raw? I have not because it wasn't on Peacock. It was on Hulu, and I don't have Hulu. I was like, fuck. I spent my money on Peacock, and now I can't fucking watch Hulu. I gotta watch the fucking highlights whenever the highlights come out, or maybe that might be on Peacock now. um, but let me get back to my nigga real quick. Hold on. I feel like I went on a whole ass thing, but my bad, bro.
People who have hope are the people that are in school. The people that know that they have an exit strategy and have a job lined up. Those are the people that are going to exit and then up and to the right.
100%.
Maybe the general manager, because he's salaried, he has more opportunities because he can get a promotion. But other than that, that's it.
We should see.
If I were to give a job review of, Kava job review, Kava review, Kava review. If I were to give a Kava review, would I recommend the job? Yeah. But this is not a career. You have to have some kind of plan. And if you
know what? I'm so sorry. You know what? We could actually, I might be able to pull it up at the end of what I want to watch here. If I'm still like awake by the time we're done these 4 videos I want to watch, then I might pull up the WrestleMania on Peacock and just stream it right now and we'll watch it. Because that shit is so good.
You don't plan on going to school, you better start figuring something out.
Absolutely. Like, and then the thing is, you don't have to go to school. You do not have to go to school. You can learn a lot of shit on the job, especially shit that like culinary. You can learn that shit on the job and be really good in like if something that you really want to do, right? You have to have a passion for it, right? But like, say you want to do something like coding, right? You can learn coding while doing a shit job like Chipotle, right? Or Kava, right? You just got to focus on the end point and not focus on where you are now. You know what I'm saying? That's what eats people alive is they're focusing on the right now, not the future.
Be using the internet, freelance,
know what?
tutoring. You better get yourself out of this situation because I'm not going to lie, it's no joke. Because I'm in a serious situation too financially.
Oh, no school. Yeah.
I got to figure out, not only do I have to figure out my car stuff, I got to find a place to live pretty soon.
Yeah.
I mean,
dog, I am there right now, bro. Like, dog, I just got through this shit, man. Like, I'm not even through it, but I'm finally settled in this fucking spot, and it's not over yet. But, geez, Christ, dog, we're, like, on the same path. I swear to God. You're like a year or so behind me in, like, the mind, but, like, we're in the same spot when it comes financially. It's crazy. And, like, a place to live and shit. Like, if you're having trouble, you're in Texas. You said Austin, right? Texas? I think the Guaranteers is a all of the country thing. But look up a group called the Guaranteers and, like, Getty and shit. They'll help you, like, get into a place, and then it's a whole. Just look it up.
You probably might see this for the next year. So how can you say, oh, Caleb, you got to find a place to...
You have to do things like or don't be afraid to do things like internships or self-taught or like internet classes or like doing your own, like you kind of have to like do your own shit. Like if you don't have a degree but you want to do like coding and shit, you have to make a portfolio, like start just like doing stuff on your own practice work, like do everything on your own, and then they'll fucking think about you. It's crazy, bro. Fucking wild. I did Coursera for like, I've almost finished Coursera in data analytics, but I couldn't afford it. but I feel like, I still put every one of those certificates on my resume, and I still wasn't fucking. There was still nothing, bro. Put the mind in different. Yeah, for sure. For sure, for
to
sure.
live. Because pretty soon, not only do I need to start making student loan payments, but I gotta find a job in Dallas, at least for computer science. First of all, there's no jobs in computer science. And
Yeah.
there's even less computer science jobs in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I gotta get up and get on out of
Tech
here
is
and
hard
just
to
see
get
what's
into.
out there. I might end up in Europe. Your boy might end up in Afghanistan,
Oh my
China,
God.
South Korea,
Like,
San
I swear to God, if you're sitting here with this same fucking camera and these same fucking glasses in some fucking sand dune, I swear to God, bro. Hey, your boy, we're here in the middle of the desert. Still rocking a Kava shirt.
Francisco, Mexico City, Brazil, Argentina. I don't know where I'm gonna end up,
I feel you,
but
bro. I
I'm
feel
definitely
you.
gonna end up somewhere.
I feel
And
you.
I've got to figure something out. And Kava just showed me that time is of like you gotta go, 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 because the economy doesn't care about how you feel. They just
It
don't
doesn't
care.
give a
You
fuck.
gotta keep going. You gotta figure something out, and you're on your own. There isn't
100%.
anybody here to save you.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm
Preach.
grateful, I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
lot.
But it just showed me that this is only the beginning, and I gotta use my brain to figure out what's next because I am in, and that's what this job showed me is that you can't tread water for the rest of your life. You either it's sink or swim. There's a Russian proverb: a shark that doesn't swim
Are we moving out
drowns.
there?
Even
We're gonna move out there. We're gonna be like, he's sitting there doing his videos talking about fucking how he has to eat sand, and we just ride by in a 4-wheeler. Nigga, get on the goddamn bro. Let's go. What are you doing?
though sharks are always swimming, but meaning that if you're not moving, you're drowning. And with
Facts.
Kava, you gotta have a plan. Whether it be night class, whether it is okay, you gotta live with your parents until you save up enough, but something's gotta hit, and it gotta take off because it is a step above Shake Shack. Oh, this is a way. Let me tell. This is a bigger step
I
above
fucking hope so.
Shake Shack. I'll tell you that here, but it's not the end all be all. It won't get you your mortgage. It won't get you that. If you want to take your kid to Disney World, working at Kava ain't gonna get there. And
Dog, we walk in, bro. Dog, literally walking. I don't have a car. Literally walked everything I could carry on my back to where I am now. And that's some heavy shit. My shoulders still fucking hurt.
while I'm very grateful, it just made me realize that at the end of the day, these jobs, they don't really care about you.
Speaking of that, Pickle, that's a good thank you. Do something completely outside your comfort zone. I swear to God. I think I mentioned this. Actually, Pickle, you were here when I mentioned this. When Jake was in the fucking stream a while ago. Canvassing. I used to be terrified to knock on people's doors. I am not good at. I'm still not good at public speaking. This isn't public speaking to me. I'm not good at public speaking. But I had to get a job, and I want to do something new, and I want to get into sales. And canvassing is a part of sales and marketing and all that shit. And I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from fucking canvassing. It was a shit job. I was walking in North Carolina fucking summer for like 8 hours a day. Close to like 5 hours a day, because depending on what town around Charlotte we would drive to, it could be half an hour, it could be up to 2 hours to drive, and that's still fucking hot. Cramped the car with these fucking niggas, bro. Like 6 people in these vans going to these places, right? Dog, I had a fucking sweat rag, bro. Like, that shit was soaking by the time I got fucking on break, bro. And don't even get me started during the rainy season. Shit would just come out of nowhere and then go out of nowhere and then come out of nowhere again. Dog. And the fucking rude motherfuckers. Bro, listen. I can't tell you like how many times a day I would knock on someone's door. I would, step back, give them some room not to, feel like I'm fucking crowding them, just being my handsome ass polite self. And as soon as it would open a door, like this lady, like I'm thinking of one particular lady. She was like, she opened the door and said, "Oh no," close the door. I'm like, well, shit, I didn't get to say shit, right? Some people let you get your whole bit off. Some people get like halfway. Some people just like, yeah, sure. I don't really, yeah, right. I'm not the kind of guy that'll pester anybody. If you don't want something, I'm not gonna pester you for. I will get off your front door. I swear to God, I will, because I don't have a supervisor. No one's watching me, right? I could just fucking do whatever the fuck I wanted. But I did. But I wanted to practice, right? I wanted to get good at this. I wanted to do it. So I kept doing it. I would actually knock on doors. Even when the people in the van would be like, yo, I ain't doing shit today, bro. I'm just going to sit down and fucking scratch my nuts. And some people really did. But I didn't. I was still knocking on these doors and still getting my shit off, right? It only lasted there for maybe like a month because that's a whole nother story. You just try grate her? Huh? Nigga, what? I don't even understand. I can't even comprehend what you just said. But no, the point is, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have got over it. It helped me get over a lot of anxiety I've had over these. And by the time I got done with the thing, like I could knock on people's doors so casually, like, "Yo, what's up? You want the? Yeah, we can do this." Like I sold like I didn't sell anything because I'm not a seller. I was like a glorified appointment setter, right? But I set one of them, and she was so smooth. But she, that's a whole different story. Point is, fucking do something outside your comfort zone. To do something you thought you would never even want to do, and you could learn a lot of shit, a whole lot of shit. I swear to God, you will.
Job is a job. That's really it. You live.
You're greeting her. Oh, no, right, no, sorry. The lady at who shut the door. Yeah, I'll be like I wouldn't just start off like you don't like you're not supposed to just start off like gunning your fucking bit, right? You're supposed to like ease them into it, like be personable, like oh good morning, how are you, like how you what's your name? Oh I'm Chris, how you doing, right? It's fucking hot out here, right? Yeah, dude, it's fucking hot as shit, right? Because that's just how I talk, right? But some people will just see you and just nope. I cannot tell you how many people I see peek out the fucking blinds, and I would see. Well, I have sunglasses on, right, so they can't see my eyes, but I can see them from my peripheral. I can see them fucking open the blinds and then fucking. You could just tell me to leave. And the Ring doorbell people, Jesus Christ, the Ring doorbell people. But anyway, yeah, some people are just rude or just don't want your shit, and either way, I'm not gonna argue. If you want to just shut your door in face, that's totally fine. Do not take that shit personally. Just don't. Just take it and just that's experience. That's the hard rejection you need to just absorb. Right? I can't tell you how much just every time. Oh no, nope. How many times I shoot away? Oh no. I don't want to hear. How do you get like pestered away? You can just eat that shit. Right? Take every one of those fucking hits. You'll be like you get like a Zenkai boost from fucking Dragon Ball.
You work, you die. Now you could, oh well, Caleb, there's God and there's this and there's joy and you gotta do what you love. You gotta survive first. That's what you do.
You do have
All
to
that
survive
stuff comes
first.
after
That's
you
true.
survive and
That's
after you're not
100%
treading
true.
waters.
I forget who said it, but someone said well he pretty much just said it. Sometimes what you do, sometimes what you want to do is not what you have to do. Right, you have to have a job. That's why I got a chem mixing job, right? Because I had to have a job, right? And through that, I had this experience or these experiences. But like, yeah, no, no. You do what you want after you do what you have to do.
When you have an executive plan on what to do next, and my
Exactly.
last day,
And even if it's not like that they won't answer. But it would also look bad on the company because it's like, oh, they're not gonna remember Mad City as these are guys who really kind of really stuck it in there, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have my fucking windows. No, they'd be guys like, oh my god, the Mad City people are so fucking annoying. They will not leave me alone. That is what you would get from that. 100%. If you don't want my shit, I'm not gonna fucking push it on you. I will present it to you. If you don't want it, that's fine. No problem. Just here, take this coupon, and maybe sometime in the future, next like year or so, you need some fucking you need the back door looked at, or you need a rental place. Just call that number right there, and we'll hook you up. Like, oh, thank you very much. Yeah, have a good one. But it's not difficult, y'all. You don't need sales immediately. You don't need it right now. You don't get anything right now anyway. That's not how you sell shit or sell shit to normal people, right?
It's, now Kava's something in my past. Now, will I go back to it? Maybe. I'm not saying never, never say never, Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, I just plan on moving on ahead. When I
Never say never, but never burn bridges. Never ever burn bridges. No matter how much you dislike that place, if you hate your very core, you do not burn bridges. No matter how much you hate your fucking boss because they made you fucking peel potatoes every day, you do not burn bridges.
I come back from Austin, because these videos over the
Business-wise.
next few months, these videos are gonna change, especially when I change scenery. I don't know if I'm gonna feel. I gotta tell my friend about this. I gotta tell them about, because they don't even know about this channel. I never told them about it. So yeah,
Wait,
and
what?
yeah, there's gonna be a.
So I was cracking my knuckles.
I don't know if I'm gonna feel. I gotta tell my friend about this. I gotta tell them about, because they don't even know about this channel. I never told them about it.
Really? Why is that? That's why. Why would you not tell them about this? I told everyone. Well, through like social media, I just kind of posted my shit up there, right? And that's kind of telling them, right? You mean like directly? Like he doesn't you exist on the internet at all? That's interesting.
Yeah, and yeah, there's gonna be a series of videos just rolling out over the next few days. But yeah, thanks Kava for teaching me all that I need to know.
Yeah, waiting on that response video, by the way.
Goodbye, Kava. Sayonara. Adios. And
Ciao.
thank you. If
Hasta
you
la
like this
bye-bye.
video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so
Arrivederci.
much for everybody that watches. It means so much.
Yes, sir.
Just hitting the milestone of 200. Can't wait to keep uploading, keep entertaining you guys. Yeah, thank you
Keep
for
stuttering and keep fucking up. Nah, I bet. No, man. You go, bro. This is good. It's a great video. I'm looking forward to your success. Like, I understand your fear. Like I said, I'm right there with you, bro. 100%. And you're gonna be all right. Like, even if you need to like rebrand yourself 100 times, you're gonna be all right. I would definitely suggest digging in, like, especially if you got nothing else going on. Keep building this fucking thing up, because this is your foundation, right? I mean, apparently you've been building this foundation for what, 8 years, but still, you never know when's gonna fucking skyrocket, bro. But wait, that's a script. Oh, there we go. Boop. Yeah, that's a script. But now, here's one from yesterday. Is it still yesterday?
And
God, I'm a special kind of fucking retarded. It is still from yesterday. All right. When life gives you lemons. Let's. I'm so curious. 7 minutes.
sometimes life gives you lemons and you
That's the video, ladies and gentlemen. Whoo! That was a tight ass video, bro. Good job.
fail and you want to give up and you just want to say no more. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like that right now sometimes. Or not sometimes, right now I feel like that. I can't give up. I'm a whole lot farther than where I've started, and I think this car situation has just shown me that yes, I do need a new car, and yes, I do have to find a new job and all these things, and I have to somehow figure out. But I'm not going to let it discourage me. Because at the end of the, we're in Texas. At the end of the day, I'll just get on my horse and I'll travel that way by horseback. Because that's what people do when their cars break down over here. I think I allow my thoughts.
I don't want to sing the song. But I'm going to fucking cut it in this shit.
To get too jumbled. And I start thinking of everything. I try to start thinking of, my things I can't control. Things that are way out over where, and then my insecurities creep in, and when I start letting my insecurities creep in, that's when I know I've already lost. That's when I know.
Yeah. You can't fall into that spiral. You spiral because it's comfortable, it's familiar. That's what you're used to doing. You can't let yourself get too familiar with the spiral.
Anywhere, and this is not going to be beneficial to me. And I just wanted to. I had an original video planned for this video, and then this completely took a turn where
We get director's cut.
ended up making this one. I'll probably make the original one on Wednesday. That'll be Wednesday's video. But for anyone who thinks that, okay, things are just, oh man, so great, everybody's got their own battles. And trust me, I've got personal battles, I've got academic battles, I've got financial battles, and economic, things that I just don't know the answer to. I think you're told, oh man, you're going to get the answers when you get older. No, you don't.
No, you fucking don't. You really don't. What you get is hindsight. I cannot tell you how many situations I can think back on. I can think back on when my dad would tell me, he would either say something or usually I'm in trouble and it's like some kind of life lesson, or he would say something that's odd. I'm like, why would you say that like that? And then now I'm like, oh, I get it. Like, I distinctly remember when my one brother, we just play basketball, quote unquote, in the basement with the mattress against the fucking wall. And my brother checked my other brother into the mattress against the wall and put a big ass hole in the wall. And then when my dad found out, he just said something like, when you get older, I'm going to come to your house and kick a hole in your fucking wall. And I'm like, why would you say that? Like, oh, respect for, the house and shit. Like not breaking it. Like, you worked hard for it. Why you breaking my shit? Right? It makes sense.
Look up at the stars and hope for the best. Or some people look at your poem, or some people guess by your birthday what your future is going to be, or when the moon alignment is, whatever, or what. I don't know what things people are doing to try to make sense of all of this. Yeah. And there is a sense of randomness to all of it, where you just don't know. And it's okay to not know. It's okay to not know. And it's okay to feel confused. It's okay to feel hurt. Because we're not some kind of, we're not God or anything. We're not these people that just, we're not machines. We make lots and lots of mistakes as humans. And even though I'm perfect, I am perfect, I don't make mistakes. But other people.
You're learning. I like that. You're adapting. I like that.
Make mistakes. And as a part of making mistakes as humans. And even though I'm perfect, I am perfect, I don't make mistakes. But other people make mistakes.
Love that.
And as a part of making mistakes, it comes with insecurities that bubble up. And you just have to deal with them. And while I don't know what's next, I don't even... And it's weird, when I make these videos, sometimes I wonder who this reaches, because this has some international audience. Shout out to my UK brothers. Y'all are out there. I know some people from the UK decide to give me their time, which is, thank you so much for that. But I think as I go through my life and as I've started making videos again, I don't know if I'm ever going to look back and say, wow, your boy's got a car in a place to, like, an actual consistent place where he can call.
Yeah, that's what I was asking before when I first reacted to you. Like, are you consistent 8 years? Or did you like take like regular breaks? Because my breaks are like years long, like at least 2 years long between like my last video and before I started uploading again, something like that.
Call his own, where I have a sense of control and I don't feel like I'm just going here and this, because it's one thing to be reactive and it's another thing to be proactive. And going from that transition from reactive to proactive is going to be something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
Yes. That's a good switch, but balance. Everything is balance. Everything is balance. Even reactive to proactive, do both. React and be proactive. Be proactive what you want to do and react to the world around you. Right? You're not trying to bend the river of life like fucking Hercules. You have to ride the waves. You know what I'm saying? And make the board, bend for you. You know what I'm saying? If that's a good analogy, I don't know. Makes sense to me.
Going to be something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, because I know that being in a position where I can execute plans would be great. It would be great to kind of, just, okay, this is what happens next, and then this is what happens next, and then this is what happens next. Because I'm not...
Ride with the riptide, not ride the waves. Like a, kayak, a river kayak. That's not surfing, right? Okay, we got it.
You're going to give out some fake optimism. Everything's going to be all right. No, I don't know. There's why I really legitimately do not know. And the older I get, the less I know. I become more aware of my ignorance the older I get. I don't become...
That's good.
Oh, I've reached in life.
That's very good. be aware of your own ignorance, because that'll keep you humble, right? Even though you're perfect, right? You should always have that bit of humbleness to you. Never walk into a job, even if you've been a chef for like 15 years. Don't walk into a new kitchen expecting to fucking put your dick on the table. You have to learn how that kitchen works. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay humble.
Enlightenment. Oh my gosh, I have this revelation. Oh, look at me. I am doing. No, that has not happened at all. At least for me. Maybe at 26 I'll have revelation. You know, I'll just see the light, and then I won't need no glasses, won't need no LASIK. I'll just see the light, and then everything will be all right. But until that happens, I gotta accept that some things are uncomfortable. Some things go
Yeah.
unexpected. Your feelings get hurt. But I can't use that as an excuse to give up, even though I want to give up. I really do want to give up. I can't tell you how many times I want to, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's better to at least try. It's better to fail trying than it is to give up. Because
100%.
then
1,000%. You never give up. You can lay down for a little bit. You can take a nap, but you never give up. Right? You don't know what could happen. Your life could change like that. It may not be the biggest change in your life. It may be relatively small, but it could be a huge, ripple effect to positivity.
what's the whole point? What's the whole point? I know that even if I never succeed, because this isn't about success. This isn't about, like, this channel, life, whatever. Life is not about success. Success is important and success is great. But it's about standing for something and then letting that guide what that is.
I feel like success is used as a blanket for rich and fame and having all this, that, and the third, which is not that. Success is relative. Success is subjective. Success is whatever you want it to be. Whatever your goal is, if you reach that goal, that is success, right? If you want to be a bum living out of a garage for the rest of your life smoking weed all day, like Cheech and Chong, and you find that to be a successful life, hey, that's you. If your success is being fucking Andrew Tate, then there you go, right? Or not Andrew Tate, but being his flock. But then again, but right, if you want like a white picket fence, a wife, a kids, and a dog, that's success, right? It's all what you want success to be.
I can't tell you what you're supposed to do. What I believe is different than what you believe. And now there's some general universal truths we probably, about, like, goodness and, giving back or whatever, and charity. Like, these are some universal things I think people generally agree on. But I know that just because sometimes you may be down, it's not the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I think of Robin Williams a lot because he definitely was dealing with some darkness, and he made he was, he's really funny. He was a really funny guy, and he was just like, oh, this, like, he could do all these things. He was dealing with some darkness, and he
Yep.
took his own life, and that really shook me in middle school. That really shook me when he did that, because it made me realize that no, like, things are not always what they seem. Like, even if somebody's making you laugh, doing all these things that are entertaining, they might have some deep, deep darkness. And
You know why that is? It's because it's very simple, actually. Very, very simple math. Making other people happy makes you happy. It's very simple math. No matter how depressed you are, making people happy will make you happy, right? It may be a small part of your day. You may go home and still be alone and go to sleep alone and wake up alone and then go back to work where the people are. But making those people laugh and making their day better may make it easier for you to lay down at night alone. You see what I'm saying? Oh.
I wish I could have reached out. I wish I could have tried my best, but you can't. And I'm guilty of this too. I'm guilty of comparing myself to, oh, my friend's in a relationship. They must be happy. Oh, my friend has more money in their bank account. They must be happy. My friend is
Right.
traveling. They must be happy. But these are all.
Yeah, yeah. You should never compare your life to somebody else's. That is the quickest way to spiral. I swear to God, it is. That's why I had to get off social like early, like back like 8 years or so years ago. I took a whole social media break, and like ever since then, I've just been kind of on here and there. Right. I don't think like when like doing YouTube videos and social media, that was kind of something else. That was like a hobby thing that didn't really go anywhere. But I mean, like Instagram, I never had a Twitter at the time. I still don't have. I will never get fucking TikTok on purpose. Yeah, that shit just ends up on my phone somehow. I don't know. Like I delete it, it comes back. I don't know. But I just have like a handful of friends on Snapchat. Like I've been low key for a very long time, right? And that's because I took a social media break because there's so much stuff that's like it can get to you. It gets you really easy, especially if you're already in a dark place, seeing all the shit that you want but can't have, and seeing all this shit. It can really get to you real fast, and it's really fucking sad because now all these fucking kids are starting out with that shit. I remember back when fucking flip phones were around, the kids weren't having that shit. Now they're starting out with the shit.
All material things. Happiness is not judged by your material wealth. It really isn't.
Yeah, relatively
And
speaking, yeah.
happiness is not the end all be all. Because your emotions change. They go up and then they go down and then they go up and then they go down. And that's how emotions go. They go up and down. So trying to base your whole thing on these happiness, that ain't gonna be, that's not how you're supposed to base your emotional being. And when things go unexpected, you just focus on what you have and build from there because
Hold on.
the next supposed to be on these down. And that's how emotions go. They go up and down. So trying to base your whole thing on these happiness, that ain't gonna be, that's not how you're supposed to base your emotional being.
So, what, in your opinion, should you base your emotional being on? I don't know if you're gonna get to that in the next like minute or so. It sounds like you have a moral like stance on this, and I want to know what that stance is.
And when things go unexpected, you just focus on what you have and build from there because the next year is going to be very telling for me to see whether or not I can do this, whether or not I can succeed, whether or not I can be independent. I will find out. Sometimes I
You
feel
find
like I
out one way
can't.
or
Most
another.
of the times I just want to give up, but I know that at least if maybe I can do something with my life from the darkness and from the depths I've been, from the hospital visit, from all this mental stuff, maybe somebody else can also do their life too because trust me, there's a lot I gotta learn, there's a lot I gotta do, but I know that if I just keep trying, I'm at least a step closer. Even if I'm still 1,000 steps away, I was a step closer today than I was
Yeah,
yesterday. Thank you so much for
yeah.
watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for all the new subscribers. And my socials will be linked down below and at the end of this
I may have
video.
had
We'll
a
see you
thought. Hold
soon.
on.
Thank you. Know that if I just keep trying, I'm at least a step closer. Even if I'm still from the hospital visit, from all this mental stuff, maybe somebody else can also do their life too because trust me, there's a lot I gotta learn, there's a lot I gotta do.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like you're passing on like you're passing on wisdom, right? You're passing on your story to help others and they to like to make these connections and shit because we all need fucking help right now, and I don't mind doing the same thing because that's why fucking I sent you the one I sent you to fucking before because I we're on the same mind right now. I totally understand what you're saying 100%. I can't articulate because I'm a little high, but I completely understand what you're saying.
But I know that if I just keep trying, I'm at least a step closer. Even if I'm still 1,000.
You really need that silver lining, right? Hope is a very dangerous thing to lose. It's a very, very dangerous thing to lose. Make lemonade. I almost fucking. I swear to God. Yes. Yes, make lemonade. But this ellipses. And this ellipses sounds like a smart ass comment. I should smack you for that. Never give up on shooting your shot and trying. Absolutely. All you need is a yes and a win. is one yes and one win. Well, maybe, perhaps. I'll give you the confidence to keep pushing forward. I cannot read this far. See, he was right the other video. I can't read. He called me the fuck out. I heard you. That's crazy about you, bro. How am I gonna prove you right like 10 minutes later? All right, sub, great. It's a good 2 videos. I'm excited to see what you do with your content and shit going forward in the next fucking job you get. 'Cause if you end up in the fucking desert, that's gonna be fucking hilarious. But if you're watching a stream like in video form when I put up on YouTube, then you stick around for this. This is gonna be pretty cool.